Hi everybody, today we're going to take a look at the campaigns tool and explain to you how you guys can create marketing campaigns in Propertybase and keep track of all of your expenses and the return on investment that you're getting from each of your marketing campaigns. So a great tool. It's really good to understand where you're spending money and what campaigns are delivering a return. So here we are. I jumped into the campaigns tab, and for today's example we're gonna set up a new campaign for all of our web leads, the money that we're spending on those web leads and the return that we're getting back. And so I can see, right here, here's a list view of all my campaigns, and just like in any other tab, you can organize these views however you like. So I'm going to click a new one, and we're going to call this web leads. And all we need to do is just give it a start date and an end date. And so we'll say it started in April, and we're going to run this thing till the end of the year. And then the next thing that we need to do is just start going through and applying each of these steps, these easy steps, to get to the end result. And so as you go along, you can add expenses to any of these campaigns. But generally, you're probably going to start out with a couple expenses. So step one is to add your expenses. And so we're going to call this is our AdWords expense. And we'll say that this expense happened today, and it was $12,000 that we spent on AdWords, so it should be applied to our web leads campaign. And if I click Save and New, we can add another expense, and we know we're going to spend money in a couple months, so we'll just say there's going to be another expense in August 7th, and that one's going to be for $8,000. All right, so I'm going to save that, and if I go back to this campaign, we can see that we're in the red right now. All we're doing is spending money on this campaign. We haven't seen any return yet, but we haven't assigned any contacts to the campaign yet. So that's the next step. Step number 2 is to assign the appropriate contacts to the campaign. And we make this really easy because all you need to do is add the filters. So right now it would be pulling in no contacts, but as soon as we add a filter, it's going to pull in some contacts that belong to these filters. So the lead source for this campaign, all we want to see is the people that have the lead source web, and that will show us everybody that's coming in from the web. I can keep narrowing it down if I want to. Maybe I want to see all the people that are coming in from a certain area. So here's some people that are coming in now. Right now it has to be everyone that's coming in from the web and from Seattle. If I wanted to get even further down, I could even get down to like a county. So let's say it's people coming in from Seattle and Brooks County. Now, the way it's set up currently, these contacts would have to come from the web, they'd have to come from Seattle, and they'd have to come from Brooks County. But if I add some filter logic, I can change this up to make it a little more broad or a little more specific. So if I did something like this, so if I said, I want to see all the folks that came from the lead source web, but then it doesn't matter if they came from Seattle or Brooks County as long as they came from one of these. And that's this logic that I set up. So it has to equal 1 and 2 or 3. And if I click Save, that's what's going to happen. But for this demonstration, I just want to see everybody coming in from the web. So I'm going to click Save here, and then it's done. And all I need to do is refresh my results, and that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to refresh my results, and it might take a little minute to think it through. So if I click back in here, we have our results, and I can see so far on this campaign the return that I've gotten is $1,800,000. I can see it graphically here. I can even see the pipeline of expected revenue from this campaign. And the reason that I'm getting this nice and neat graph is because it added all of these clients. These are all the clients that matched the criteria that I set in. And as new clients come in that match that criteria, they're also going to be added to this campaign. And so I can go to this list here and I can just review, here are all these clients that came in this way. And then I can see that from those clients, these are the deals that we've sourced. So these are the offers that turned it into accepted offers. One happened in July, one happened in September. And so this was a really quick run through of how to use the campaign tool to understand the return on investment that you're getting from your marketing efforts. Hope this helps, and we look forward to showing you some more great tools with Propertybase.